All right, everybody. 2019 Bass Assassin season is in the books. And it seems like just yesterday we started it on the East Pearl with the Classic, and we just finished it with our last tournament of the year on East Pearl. And in true 2019 fashion, it wasn't easy. You know, it seems like this whole year we've battled fronts, cold weather, hot weather, rains, high water, muddy water. It was just always something. And with being in tournaments, we got to go when it's time for the tournament. We can't wait for the best conditions. 2 days before this tournament, we had a front come through. It got extremely cold. The water temps for the 3-week period from before this tournament, 3 weeks back, they went from 80 degrees to 50 degrees. You know, these fish were in total shock. All the water, like I said, was muddy. East Pearl was high, West Pearl was high. It wasn't going to be easy. And I had a huge shout out though to my buddy Eric, who managed to pull out the win. And he needed a win because to get the Angler of the Year points back, to be able to get to win the Angler of the Year title again, he needed to win. And he did do it. So I know he was nervous at the launch. He only had 4 fish instead of 5. He really felt like he lost it, but he ended up, those 4 fish were big enough to get him to win. For me, on the other hand, wasn't so much. You know, I started out trying what I had done in the last video from the Liars and Lunkers tournament, but it just didn't work because there was so much rain, the water was so high that the muddy water had inundated up into the marsh, and there was no good flowing water coming out. Even though we had a falling tide, there was no good clean water coming out the swamps and out the marsh. So they weren't biting. So I headed to the Mississippi side where I knew I could find some decent water. And I fished the area with not much luck. I did manage to catch one keeper though.
Coming in. Yep. Ooh, nice one.
On this square bill right here. Now I believe this fish here is the one I missed in 2 other tournaments, as you'll see right here.
Oh, damn, he just hit it. Oh, he just hit it. Damn, he's right there. Damn. Yeah, I don't know if he saw me or not. So close in this clear water. I hope he didn't see me, but he hit. It's right where I had that other fish last week.
Now, both of those times he bit a 1.5 square bill, but it's a white side with a green back. I forgot what color they called that one. This one here that I was using was a Sexy Chartreuse Shad, 1.5, and it's a silent model. Now you heard me mention this is post frontal that we were fishing, and when I'm fishing post frontal, I'm gonna throw a silent crankbait. And also when I'm throwing, like say, spinnerbaits and buzzbaits, I might put a trailer hook because you're gonna get more short strikes. Now the reason for the silent crankbaits and for the moving baits, it more so too, is you can't get these fish after a front to actually want to eat something. You can dangle something in front of their face all day long and they don't want to just eat it. They're not in the mood. But what you got to do is make them react to something. And this silent crankbait, they're sitting there minding their business and they don't hear it coming. They can feel a little vibration, but they don't know it's coming. And all of a sudden it's right in front of their face. And they react to it and they bite it. Just out of pure reaction, not to want to eat it. So that's what you got to do during post-frontal conditions, is make them eat something, make them bite something. All I caught was that one. Like I said, I think it's the one I missed those other 2 tournaments. It was a very tough tournament for me, but that's how it goes sometimes. You know, I want to take also a moment to say thank you to everybody who has fished the tournaments. You know, when I started the Bass Assassins tournament, this was 8 years ago now, I didn't realize it was going to be as big as it is, with as many people that fish it. Very grateful for everybody who fishes it. I hope to see, you know, everybody again next year, and I hope to see even more faces next year. To me, that's what tournament fishing is all about, personally. Yes, we like to win. Yes, it's when we call boat numbers and everybody's let loose to go fish, it gets a little cutthroat from time to time. But we're all good friends. It's all in good fun, and that's the best part about it, is the camaraderie. And I hope to see, like I said, everybody come back, and I hope to see more new friends. And also, I would like to take the time to thank the people who have helped throughout the time. You know, here and there, some people have helped me with writing that, you know, weights down when I'm busy. And also a huge thank you to my dad, who comes out to every weigh-in and helps out tremendously. You know, without him, it'd be very hard for me to do this. So very grateful to him. And I've even seen, and it kind of touches my heart, I've even seen the other anglers to go up there and to thank him too. And it's kind of heartwarming to see that. So thank you, Dad, and thank you everybody who fishes. And until next video, you guys stay safe, stay warm, because it's about to get cold out there, and have fun.